Good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about the flu shot. How many of you have ever had the flu? Me. I've had the flu many times and I never want it again. Through research and personal experience, I have learned to listen and trust the professionals and get a flu shot every year. When people think of flu shots, they think of either getting the flu or preventing the flu. Every year, millions of people get the flu. People will have a mild or severe case of the flu. If you get the flu shot, then you are less likely to get the flu. Educating yourself about the flu and what the flu shot accomplishes will help you from catching the flu during the flu season. What is the flu? Flu is a contagious respiratory illness caused by influenza viruses that affect the nose, throat, and sometimes the lungs, according to the CDC. The flu can cause minor to severe illness and could lead to death. The symptoms are fever, cough, sore throat, runny or stuffy nose, body aches, headache, chills, fatigue, or diarrhea and vomiting. The flu can be prevented by listening to the professionals and getting a flu shot yearly. The main way to keep from getting the flu is to get a yearly flu vaccine. You should get a flu shot every year since the vaccine changes every year. Camille Pagan says that the flu vaccine contains an inactivated virus. This virus prompts your body's immune system to create the antibodies that fight the real flu virus if you come in contact with it. The flu vaccination protects you against flu type A and type B. Some people will say that I got a flu shot and I still got the flu. Well, you got a much milder case of the flu than you would have gotten if you had not gotten the flu shot. So think about how much worse you would have felt if you hadn't gotten that flu shot. You could have been on death's door. If you decide you do not want the flu shot, then you should be prepared to deal with the symptoms. Imagine you feel like death. You're running a high fever, you're coughing, your body is aching from head to toe. You have this awful, awful cough. You can only treat the symptoms. You can't really treat the flu unless you catch it within an early time frame and take Tamiflu. Stop the spread of the flu. Iris Cantor states that most people with the flu are contagious from 1 day before the symptoms appear until 5 to 7 days after symptoms appear. I never knew that you're still contagious 5 to 7 days after the symptoms. So you could be contagious for 7 to 10 days. Everyone should wash their hands often and disinfect objects such as doorknobs, telephones, and remotes. The flu is a miserable experience that you should avoid as much as possible. The flu shot will protect you from the worst strains of the different types of flu. Listen to the professionals and get a flu shot today. Every year, millions of people get the flu. People will have a mild or severe case of the flu. If you get the flu shot, then you're less likely to get the flu. If you don't, you will be using these, a thermometer or tissues, when you have the flu.